don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, all that we sing. Zero holders, all that we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible is the living the dream. We're all on the zeros, all way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Yo, dude.
What happened? You're not in your studio anymore.
There was this scared the shit out of me this morning. Hello, guys. Hello, by the way. I had the morning show with Tradeport. With Tradeport to do a really cool announcement. Freaked me the fuck out that I'm getting ready right before the show, and StreamYard, like what we're streaming in, kind of goes down. Like it wasn't my internet, it wasn't anything. StreamYard's having issues. They won't, like, the backgrounds don't work. I saw all kinds of posts from people that couldn't stream at all. So I got the stream working and shit, but it kind of freaked me out, like, before the show. Anyway, no background, certain things don't work. But we persevere. Still, we show up. We do the damn thing.
Fight.
Yeah.
And Joe's muted.
Well, Joe can unmute.
Someone won the background, coolest background today, and it's not you two fucking idiots. It's this.
Let's just be real. The rugs will always be the OP background.
I guess. I mean,
no, they're ugly.
No one's ever even asked about this, right?
You can't see it.
Yeah, good. Just like your dick. Can't see it. You gotta get really close. You gotta
bringing those back, huh, Joe? Bringing those back.
Yeah, it's been a rough day. I'm sorry, Henry. I'm
sorry.
When you're at your basic level of, like, just communication and, like, you know, all that stuff, it's just that's how it's going to be.
I'm going to, I got a ring light coming in tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm gonna get a green screen.
Nice.
I gotta figure out how to make it work, because what you can't.
I got an idea, and Hudah could probably. Why not undo a green carpet and see if that works?
It would. Like, this one right here would be perfect. It's the right color. The problem is someone's going to buy this.
No.
These are all angled. You may not be able to see it, but I'm trying to picture, because, like, how I make this agree. To be honest with you, I had a company come in last week.
Yeah. Hold on. Time out. Are you trying? In your mind, do you think me, Hudah, and the entire audience looks at those in the background and sees a perfectly aligned set of carpets that are not tilted and fucked up?
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what.
Really grungy looking. They're not straight, dude.
You can tell they're not, right?
Oh my god, it looks like a disaster.
So the way that it looks to you in your camera, how you can see yourself, is how it looks to us.
Yeah, but, like, to me, this could be like, okay, can I just paint the picture?
Do you think that's an artsy background? Like,
no. But I just thought what it looks like is that there's maybe a wall behind me, and that these things are just standing up against the wall,
because you can see through them, kind of.
Yeah, you can see through it. The plastic looks horrible. I mean, I don't know what to.
They're not even even.
One looks like it's about a foot and a half long. One looks like it's about 3 inches long. Like the ratios are all fucked up.
Fair,
I mean, they're tilted. It's weird.
Get a green screen, man, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna.
I like it.
I'm gonna have the best background ever.
Full fucking throttle. All right, guys, smash the like. Make sure you are subscribed here.
Take your pants off. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, pants off today for sure. But yeah, make sure subscribe. SlamX official here. Follow us on. I can't remember.
Wiener out Wednesday. Let's go.
There we go. There we go. Hey, no, I want to show the Tradeport. Dude, we're talking aliens today. I'm sorry. There's plenty of crypto stuff, but I think we're going to talk a lot of aliens.
Why, dude?
We got to.
No.
We got to, dude. I'll show. Well, whatever. Go back and catch. Fuck that. Look at that. That's some bullshit. Go back if you missed this morning. Go catch the Tradeport SlamNet update show. Grab your .slam domain. It does give you bonus multipliers on points when you trade NFTs over on Tradeport, which is fucking awesome. Honestly, trading base NFTs, SWE NFTs, which are honestly going to be cooking, and they already are. They're a top 10 blockchain by sales volume already, and it's gonna really start ramping up here. But bonus points, and it's like I asked the guys, I put them on the spot. I'm like, points, what are they for? And they won't tell me. They won't tell me.
First of all, what's going on right now? Is this the big announcement that you did earlier? Is this what's going on? And you just assume that we all know what's going on?
I don't want to. I'm telling you to go watch it. And I said go trade NFTs on Tradeport and earn points. I'm not going to go much further because I want to talk other stuff. But I do want to show people so they can go click it. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. I don't want you to know.
Seemed like a shill to me on the show that we're doing.
It definitely is that.
Can I just add something real quick to Joe's bad day?
Yeah.
It was a tweet Adzi shared with me.
Yeah.
It says, if you're having a bad day, just know the peanut dev sold their entire stack for $700 and it's now worth $100 million.
Insane.
By the way, I did have peanut and I sold it way too early, so I fumbled that as well.
Retardio. Hey, there's actually fuck it. Okay, guys, there's that tweet. Check out the marketplace. Do the points farming. Get your .slam domain because you do get multipliers, and it does lead to something. Think Blur points farming. Think OpenSea. Think OpenSea. Like what's coming. Like just come on.
So was that the big announcement today? That you can you give me in like one sentence breakdown of what the announcement was?
Tradeport.xyz NFT marketplace, the biggest SWE marketplace in the world. Base NFTs, like stacks near. Trading NFTs over there earns you points.
Okay, thank you.
That's it. Points will equal something in the SlamNet ecosystem. The points that you earn there are SlamNet points. It will lead to something. But the domain is going to get you those multipliers. So you get your whatever Hudah.slam, whatever that's your multiplier, along with other things coming. So there we go.
Question.
Yeah.
Has there been any since you guys did this space? Have you noticed people that are farming more for points as it started? It's still okay to get in. It's not too late. I mean, it just started. I just wonder, have you noticed anything?
Definitely not too late. I haven't looked. I haven't. I've been so just dialed into other shit. I have not looked, but there's clearly people farming already. So yeah,
nice.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, because it's people. It's the number one SWE marketplace in the world. So people already are trading there. They're just getting points now for their trading. So loyalty, again, multipliers, all that shit. People should be pretty familiar with what is happening.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw today, but Bitcoin has been fucking crazy.
Yeah, 93K, dude.
I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless.
Yeah, I'm there, but it's crazy that got overshadowed by the other big news today.
UFOs?
No.
News.
Memecoin listings.
WIF.
That's a bigger deal. So there's the biggest news today. It's this was our big news yesterday too. We'll get to that. But the big news today was WIF WIF and Pepe getting listed on Coinbase, and Pepe getting listed on Robinhood as well. Like pretty fucking huge. And I just I'm sitting here thinking about it. First off, this sends tokens. All the WIF dumped after the listing because so many guys have been holding for so long. They're like, thank fuck. Yeah. And we also saw a Hippo token from SWE get listed on Binance too. It's like poor Mudang can't catch a break, and it dumped again too. But I was thinking last NFT cycle, big art sales flow to NFT collections, CryptoPunk sales flow to NFT collections. This cycle, and I'm telling you, dudes, I know this to my fucking core. The guys making bank off Pepe and off WIF and these huge and Doge and these huge meme coins are going to cycle them down to the next layer of meme coins. This super cycle thing is absolutely
going to go down. It's going to go down one layer,
Yep.
and then it's got to go down another layer to the people that aren't as rich as them. Down another layer to the average rich people. Then down another layer to rich people. Down another layer. And then down about 7 more layers, and then it's going to get to us, y'all.
It's going to get to homeless people. It's going to get to homeless people, bruh. But it is those guys made this. Some of these guys made millions of bucks, and they're like, "What now? I want a little taste again." And they'll roll some of it into another smaller cap meme coin, and they'll win again, and they'll keep fucking. It's the exact thing that happened with NFTs is gonna happen. It is happening.
I mean, I think it's well known that I'm a kind of a Republican, right leaning guy, and my economic strategies is typically trickle down, and this is what we're talking about. We're talking trickle down, trickle, all the way down, and once we get down here, it's going to be us, baby. We are going to feast.
So I had somebody come in today, and they are from like a local whatever that like looks to place. Listen to this. This is crazy. They come in and they have people that need to work. They could be convicts. They could be young kids. They could be homeless people. They pay them. This company pays them, and they just get to work for you for free. And they handle everything: insurance, comp, all that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
but it's like federally funded or state funded, and like it's 20 weeks. And I'm like, what's the catch? There's no catch. I'm like, how many can I get? How many can I have?
Yeah, you better do it now, Henry, because in about 2 months from now, sayonara,
dude. Fine. I just was like, seriously, how many people could you have? Like, could I have 10? And then I'm picturing like, dude, I could have people just farming shit. One of them's running my VXs on Play and Collect. Somebody's scouring shit coins. I'm just teaching them a little bit of stuff.
And guess what, Henry? You could probably do whatever you want. Like you could probably walk around naked and then just do the most inappropriate things, and they wouldn't be able to say anything if they're convicts. You know what I mean? So like, there's that.
Oh, I missed the part that they're convicts.
No. Some are, but they don't have to be. Like some are just like, hey, we're looking to place 14, 15, 16-year-old kids a couple hours after school, or it could be a homeless person looking for 8 hours a day. And I'm like, man, I could teach them a skill.
Yes.
I could teach them some crypto right now, get them like working for me a bit behind the remnants. Like this would be their spot. And then I get free work.
But this is the story of like how people get
murdered,
kind of like taken and like taken advantage of and stuff like that, just because they're like, you know, they're going to some workplace where they're like basically at, you know, like they can't complain, and then this, but if they go to a place like you and you teach them well, that would be amazing. And
Joe, imagine the story of like they came into work at a rug store, and instead of teaching anything about rugs, I just taught them shit coins. And then they're like back here behind the remnants, shit coining for me, getting paid by the state, and then like they made money. Like they have that story of like, holy shit, this dude just taught me shit coins, and I just made like 10 grand, and I'm out.
Yeah. Okay, let me run a scenario by you. It's like, okay, are you done that story, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Memecoin related. I was telling my wife about the Dogecoin because I got in that yesterday too. I think we did a very similar play. I also went in with, I sold my Luce. I didn't have a ton of it. I had like 5 SOL worth. Sold it, all of it into Doge at, I think 14 mil, 13 mil, 15, something like that.
You're talking Doge on Solana.
Doge on Solana. And I did it because saw the ETH one run up to 350 mil, something like that. And I see the Sol one at that point, again, 15 mil or so. Like, fucking A, come on, of course. And the chart had kind of followed it. It's a dice roll because you don't know if it's decent enough holders that won't dump it. But dice roll, the holder count on that token's ridiculous, by the way. It's like 28,000 holders on the Solana one. It's ridiculous. Sold it today. Sold it at about 80 mil. I'm going to buy back in because I think that thing's going to 200 mil or so. I do. So I'm going to be buying back in like probably that full bag. Made like 20 SOL off it or 15 SOL off it, which is
beautiful.
But I told what?
Sorry, I'll let you.
Well, I want to tell you, I told my wife about it. She's like, can you teach me how to do it? She's like, you should have all the housewives, like doing this stuff. And I'm like, yes, but you wouldn't know the memes. But I'm like, you know what you would know? And I'm trying to tell her what happens is news breaks. I told her the story of Elon Musk and Donald Trump announcing him heading up that department, right? Boom, token created, even though it was created weeks ago. But this is what happens. Anything viral, memeable, whatever gets tokenized, people run and trade it. I'm like, you guys, you that love to look at viral recipes, we're going to get to the point where people tokenize their fucking recipes. It will happen. It'll be so stupid. But people, that the housewives will have their memes, their viral shit, and there will be tokens behind them. And I know that'll happen because there's platforms that let you tokenize videos right away. You create a token or you upload a video. It makes a coin with it. It's going to happen. I'm like, that's their angle. What's the point of that? I'm going to plug the women of the neighborhood in to the meme coin shit. That was it.
Would I be exploiting somebody if I was to take them under my wing for crypto this cycle for the 20 weeks that they get? Like, is that dishonest to be like, yeah, they're going to work here and you're paying them for experience, but instead of teaching them rugs, I'm teaching them these kind of rugs?
Do both. If you do, well, okay, that's funny. Do both so you can be like up and up. A few hours on one, a few hours on the other.
Yeah. Because you know what would happen, Henry? Like you would teach him, and then he would actually do really well, and then he would lose it all, and his life would get even worse than what it was before he came to you. And then he's like, has a vendetta against you.
Imagine if I'm like, I want the person that nobody else wants. I want that person.
The worst, the scummiest scumbag, the guy with the triple murder charge.
Yeah. I want the worst, and I'm just gonna plug him in.
Yeah,
and then he's going to be on the show. He's going to co-host it, or she's going to co-host with me, and we're going to be like, no, we're teaching shitters, and you're going to change your life if you want to.
You know what's going to be the best thing if he comes on the show? I'm going to be like, and Henry, why did you choose this person over all the other people? And you're going to have to say like, he was the worst of the worst, the one that I hated amongst everyone else.
Diamond in the rough, though.
Look at this. This is that Solana Doge chart. It's a ridiculous chart. But look, 39, almost 40,000 holders. This is an astronomical number of holders. It's so many people FOMOing in. I just don't see a scenario where this one doesn't like have some parity with the ETH one as far as market cap. And the ETH one got to like 450 mil.
Yeah.
This one's stupid. I'm getting back in for sure.
I can't, dude. You know the tingles that started with us like weeks ago?
Yeah.
You had the tingles, you're getting the tremors before the earthquake.
Yeah.
It's like, it's here. It's like your hair's standing up on the back of your neck because it's so fucking close. Because right now it's like, let me check this, let me check that, let me check this. I'm like psychotic with this stuff. I'm like, it's like you can't miss.
So question. I want to define where we're at again because I've changed it a little bit. I might have done it yesterday. I said before I think we're at summer 21 where everything's up, but I don't think it's that. I don't. I think it is late winter 21. When we first got to NFTs, we started to trade. I think it's that where everything is up, but this is not though. Like this is nowhere close to peak euphoria. I think that's months away.
I don't know, Joe, did you have a comment on it?
I just want to make sure that we're safe on this because like your experience, like honestly, your experiences sound amazing. And what's going through my mind is everyone that's like, I started with $500 and I've made $1 million, right? Like that's what's going on in my head. And I just want to give my experience for the past 2 days. Like I've been copy buying like whales and like Frank's like picks. And I have to say that I just got my fucking ass handed to me. So like, I just want to make sure that we're being semi, like it's not as easy as just buying anything on the market.
No, but don't copy trade Frank. That is not the way to win in this right now. It's not. It's a good way to get experience, but again, Frank is a different game. A different game. You can't copy trade that guy.
Yeah.
It's good to learn tokens and get exposure to things and see what guys are doing like here now, but I would not copy those trades.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like you're showing Cypher Genesis right now. I got out yesterday, made a nice bag, nothing crazy, but I got out. And what's funny is I look at this; it's almost a 2x from where I got out, and I don't even care.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I know the opportunities are just coming over.
I'm just like cool. Like other people are making money here that bought in like when I sold, and like I just to your point of like it feels like late 21. The difference to me of where we are now versus where we were, it's like when I first started in flooring and I had to put together a complicated estimate, it might take me like, 6-7 hours, something really big. Now I can do it in like 45 minutes because I just know like it's boom, 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 boom. Here's what I need. Here's what I need to know. And that's what it feels like right now. It's like, the thing that you think is going to work, you get in and then you get the fuck out and you move on to the next one. And so it just feels to me different. Because we've had some experience with what this is right now, and we always said when it comes, you just take your gains and you no regrets. And I think that's why this time feels different because in 21 when this was happening, it was, oh yeah, I took gains and then I rolled it right back into this other thing that I held. And then that thing, if I sold that, eventually down the line, you're rolling it into something that you're holding and you're not making any money.
So that's where I'm trying to tweak this time because now, okay, like the story you brought up at the beginning, the dev who sold all of his tokens for $700 and it's worth 100 mil. I keep seeing over and over and over how that's how it plays out so often. So I'm trying to tweak the strategy where I do sit in things longer. And when I do sell, the tweak is I don't go all back into, or I don't take all those funds and redistribute till I'm not liquid again. I want to take half of what I sold. That gets tucked away. And ideally, I don't touch that till the bear market. You know what I mean? But I think there's something to holding, and we've seen that play out in meme coins. It's like you buy something, 2 weeks later it cooks. And I could have flipped it for a little gain here in the next few days, but it's like 2 weeks later, these things are 100x, and that just keeps happening.
So an example of this would be when Peanut and Act were listed on Binance. I bought both, right? And I think I even said I sold Act, and then I was like, I held Peanut just because I felt some sort of conviction for it. And I think that like you can do the thing where you buy and sell and not, like take your profits, get out. I think that you can do that. There's conviction buys, and there's conviction that you hold on to them, or you slowly take profits as you go up and always just have a little bit of for the moon bag, and you're taking profits out. But I do think that there is something that we all know, which is there are going to be buys that are long-term holds compared to other things, right?
Yep.
So I think that's what we're talking about.
Octoman just chimed in. All his biggest gains are holding for a year or longer, and it's like Murad says, and a lot of guys like that. It does really work. The question is, does that strategy work better than the quick flips? And I mean, again, I know people argue both sides. I just see so many examples where it's like those outsized kind of wins if you can find the right things and hold. It's like what I think happens with Gizmo. And I do want to say, I still. Nothing wrong ever with locking in those wins. I don't think people should be selling runes yet, and we've talked about it for those reasons. But I remembered as well when this cooks again and fees get astronomical. Unlike Solana and ETH, where we just get so many new meme coins, I don't think we're gonna get a whole bunch of new meme coins on Bitcoin because it's so expensive to inscribe, to etch, to do. I think that we're gonna have a smaller supply. And the runes that are there are mostly the runes that are going to cook, like fucking cook. And the Magic Eden thing is coming very soon.
I think there's no wrong answer on what your game plan is when you take a position in something. And then to your point, you're deciding like, is this a medium long-term position? Is this I'm in and out? And I think it goes back to what we've said weeks and months ago. Have a game plan, like have a game plan for what you're trying to accomplish right now. And stick with it, because when you're in the middle of the euphoria, which honestly I'm starting to get into personally, like it's starting to feel euphoric. When you're in the middle of it, you can make some really bad decisions. You can have a lot of regrets. I'd much rather have the regret of selling too low, but still in the profit than round tripping the motherfucker, because I did that all of 21, all of 22.
There is a wrong way to deal with it. The wrong way is to hold everything until we hit the next bear. The wrong way is to take your profits, put it into the next thing, and then just continue to do that. So it just evaporates eventually.
Back in 22, and Hudah, I was thinking like earlier, like it was actually last night, like so many, what's that?
Crypto pumps flying again.
So many things that like you saw in Web3 that have like come to be, okay? Like the vision of like what could happen, where there's going to be all these tokens. You may not have known exactly like, oh, it's not going to be NFTs, it's going to be shitters, but you had this thought of like, there's just going to be, everybody's going to have a token that
huge supply, fractionalized everything, everywhere, everything token. Yeah.
So, fuck, I just totally lost my train of thought with that. Man, that sucked. Yeah, no, there was a point to the matter.
Well, I was talking about how there is wrong ways to do things.
Oh yeah. And back then when like you had this vision of what this could be, I just remember. Here was my point of you talking about getting your reps in selling things, because like back then we're talking you could buy a Bored Ape for 1 or 2 ETH and you could see that thing be 125 ETH. You could buy a Doodle for an ETH and then you could see that thing go to 20 ETH. And so I think for a while we conditioned ourselves like these things can go parabolic to generational wealth, and some things could, like we know some things can, but you're like, we got to get our reps in. It's with a little bit of pain when you sell. And I gotta say, like, I don't mean it in an arrogant way. I just knew going into this cycle, it started with ordinals when ordinals started to cook and I was selling airdrops that I was getting. And I'm like, yeah, getting the reps in. So that way now it doesn't feel bad.
That's awesome.
It just doesn't feel bad to get out of it. And Joe, I agree. That is the wrong way to do it, right?
And I remember you guys, you and Hudah more than most, because Walshy was kind of, well, I think Carlini and Walshy were like the first ones like, I'm selling everything. Like I'm in it, I'm selling. I have no loyalty to any of these goddamn JPEGs. And I kind of was in the middle. Like I will sell some stuff. I probably held too long, blah, blah, blah. I'm holding stuff like now that I should have sold. And I think I would talk to Hudah, and I may have talked to you like, hey, so would you guys, have you secured any profits on any, like how much ETH you got now? And you were like, no. We sold it, yes, but then we bought a whole bunch of other shit. And I was like, what are you guys doing? So like even after the bull was over, you kind of were holding on to a bunch of JPEGs, which I was like, holy fuck. But yeah, you guys, sometimes you got to, these are the things that you have to do in order to kind of like realize how to play the game. You know what I mean?
Yes, dude. You have to go through. I believe this. Unless you get like super lucky, and I think plenty of people do, but I think you have to go through a cycle and round trip to learn how to do this the right way. I've been through a Bitcoin cycle before our last cycle here with NFTs, right? But I never did it with NFTs, and I never participated like I did last time. And round tripping that taught me a lot, like fucking everything. I think you got to go through it.
I think there's nothing wrong with being an absolute savage right now and just being like this hungry fucking gorilla that's just like, I'm going to eat up every crumb I can because there's going to be more food with more crumbs. And so it doesn't need to be this one. It can be the accumulation of all these crumbs that gets me full. And I think if you haven't put a plan down, like if you haven't done it yet, it's not too late. And just like with whatever bag you have, if it's you're working with $500, if you're working with $5,000, if you're working with $50, that you're just like, okay, this is what I would like to do in this cycle. If it's a 6-month, 18-month cycle, whatever it is, this is what I would like to do. And this is the way that I think I can do it. If it's rotating into NFTs or ordinals, if it's runes, if it's meme coins, and just setting a plan, because like once you start doing that, you start getting some gains. They can be little. You can make 0.2 SOL on something, and then you're rolling 0.1 of that into another thing. I think you can surprise yourself if you're listening to the right people of what you can accumulate over some time, over the course of weeks.
Do you think a good way to start the plan is literally like the starting point is, what's the one goal you want to make sure you accomplish? You want to make $100,000? You want to buy a car? You want to pay off your mortgage? You want to do, is that a good starting point? Is just say the one thing that then dictates all your moves. And you can adjust that as you go, as you realize, oh, I'm actually doing way better. I should up it. But do you think that's a good starting point?
I do. Yeah. I do. I think, to what Enzo said the other day, like, what are you working with? What kind of capital are you coming in with? Setting something realistic. The cool thing is, this isn't the last time this is going to happen. This might be the cycle that you're getting yourself, if you're 18 years old and you're like, I'm new at this. I want to get reps in. I want to get more wins than losses this cycle. And I want to set myself up to understand this so I can position myself for the next cycle. Nothing wrong with that either. If you've been through some cycles and you're like, this is where I want to make some fuck you money, you're playing it a little bit different. I think there's nothing wrong with what you said. Just sitting down and setting a realistic goal. Hey, I'm trying to walk out. I've got $500. I want to 3x this in this cycle. Awesome. And then just start, breaking that down a little bit more. How am I going to do it? And we talked about it the other day. You got to put some time into it. If you want to do, as Joe said the other day, if you want to be in majors and you're just 2-3x and you're good with that, there's ways to do that. If you want to play in some alts that you think might 4-5x come Q1 25, do that. If you're like, I'm feeling a little saucy, I want to gamble a little bit more, I'm going to play shitters and go for 10x. Cool. You got to assess your risk tolerance in all of this. Yeah. But point is, like, this is the time. It's still not too late to like set that plan.
Do you have those WAGMI vibes again? And by that I mean, like, do you have that? What?
I said, can you hear Henry? He's got WAGMI all over. He's pumped.
Well, I want to make sure it's like that real that vibe of like you almost can't lose if you're smart about it. And as far as how much you can win, like to me, winning was 7 figures. Like, we felt strongly last cycle we could, if we did it right, walk away with 7 figures. Do you feel like everybody has a very good shot at that this time around?
No.
I don't want to get people too excited, but I have that vibe. I do, and I know it's a lot of fucking hopium and euphoria right now too. But
I have the vibe. I don't have the 7-figure vibe because my plan is not for 7 figures in this cycle. And so like I have the vibe of like, oh, we're on a good fishing hole right now. Like, I'm confident that if we're all throwing our line out there, we're going to all catch some fish. Some are going to be bigger than others. I feel that with certainty. Like, we're not fishing in a dead lake. I'm not sure that I'm reeling in a record breaker, but like, I'm cool with that. I'm still going to eat. Still going to get some solid in the boat. So I'm tempering my expectations because I'm not looking for generational wealth in this cycle. I'm literally looking to increase my stacks specifically in Bitcoin. Like, everything I do, I want to be able to put back into Bitcoin when we have the pullback. I want to be able to sell Bitcoin around 120K, maybe 150K. And I want to be able to sit, wait for the pullback, and be able to really be set up for the next cycle. And I've said, like, my goal is I want to walk away from this with another 100K. And like, that seems at this point beyond doable.
I mean, you got to be quarter of the way there or so.
I'm like more than that. I mean, I think on shitters, I think I'm not just shitters, but on moves that I've made, I think I mean, Gizmo is huge for me. Yeah. I think I'm probably like 60, 65 or so.
Lovely. Man, nice.
So I'm like, cool, man. Like, little more than halfway there, and we're just getting started.
Yep.
Yeah, thank God. I'm not anywhere there, so that's great.
By the way, Pups is about to flip dog in market cap. It's like 30 mil away, less than 30 mil away.
Saw that earlier. It's
yeah.
pretty cool. And
I won't be bummed if it happens, although I want everybody to win hard. So
if the rune meta comes,
yeah,
that is going to be that's going to be big for a lot of people. That just, man, there is any potential that could be unlocked with people sitting on bags of some stuff. It's there.
Dude, think of this. The way I knew people would, flock to Kongs and Pixel Vault, and I know they're coming to runes. Magic Eden's just going to make it too easy. Just way too easy. Just way too easy to swap. Their wallet, I think you're going to be able to just buy it, I think, with other tokens too. So maybe you don't necessarily have to convert to Bitcoin to even buy them. I think, I obviously, I'm betting heavy that they are. I think runes are going to shock people, like just shock them.
What I'm concerned about is my exposure in runes is not to the right. It's not to the right runes. It's still not too late, I don't think. But I'm heavy into Epic. I truly believe Epic is one of the biggest rugs in Bitcoin. And so, like, I'm a little worried that that's not going to do anything. And that is my biggest bag in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I got a bag of that too. And I absolutely fucking agree. And I think it's going to pump. I think it's going to pump just with everything.
Maybe.
Because I'm hoping that whoever's behind it, I think because they fire off tweets here and there just to give some semblance of being active. I think, I know how a lot of people in this space are, and they get really down when things aren't good. And when things are great, you get euphoric and you get to tweeting again and shit and get very hyper. And it's the euphoria thing. And I have a feeling that'll happen with that one. Just a hunch.
Maybe there's just nothing about it that has any kind of narrative other than, the Epic, the Epic sat. And I just think it's a rugger team, and there's nothing about it that gives me any confidence that it can.
Well, what's it up today? 10%?
Is it? Yeah. There was a couple tweets. I wonder that my biggest concern there is what?
The volume is what? I can't read it. 0.13.
It's really little. 12K. Yeah, it's like nothing. And that's, to me, again, what swaps fixes volume. It brings so much liquidity in. I wonder if because I'm trying to remember there's a person that's behind that, the one dude, and I wonder if is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if he's burned like good graces with the rest of the ordinals community. I don't know, but I just wonder. So
I think so.
That is the one thing that would keep it down if the rest of the ordinals community doesn't want to support it, because they do have a lot of sway here. So a lot we'll learn. Okay. There's a I'll put this up real quick, an interesting little story. The CEO, founder of Polymarket, the FBI seized his phone because he was so accurately predicted the outcome of the election.
Really?
Like, no, you're not allowed to do that. It's more than that.
Are we sure this is the CEO of Polymarket?
He's like a 26-year-old kid,
and not a 16-year-old's driver's license.
No, it's an older picture, but yeah. He's young. He's very young.
It's an older picture.
Well,
What-
yeah, like a year ago. But I
What-
saw him on TV. He was on like CNBC or something like that, and he's a young dude.
But why did they seize his phone?
They didn't say. They didn't say exactly, but
Oh, maybe it's because like Polymarket had so much insider information on the votes or whatever.
Could it have anything to do with I wonder.
I don't know.
No idea.
No idea.
look at this. Le Puppeteer. Like, I love that he's like, this is his baby. He doesn't give a shit about the coin. He just loves his gizmo. So I love that he'll be, he supports the cause, world peace. The memes are fuck. Oh, dude, I'm gonna play one of the memes. I'm gonna find one to play. Like, they're so good, dude. The gizmo memes are just so good. Did I tweet one today?
I don't know. I can't look back. I can't buy back in.
Well, I'm gonna make you. You got to hear this one. It's not even that
Maybe
great. It's like they make me smile, but it's because they're good. They're just
Hit me with the truth.
That's why it's so great. They just make you smile every single time, and it's a cute little. They got something. They got something. So, by the way, this last night is what really put me onto the Doge thing. Like so many people, it's just come on. Like the Trump campaign tweeting a Doge shirt and shit. It's just
Doge is
wild.
dumping a little bit right now.
We're
The
living in a
Solana one.
simulation.
Dude, it's crazy what's going on. But I've mentioned this one before. Naval AI is what I want to roll over quite a bit of my soul into. Like, I'm probably going to get a good position in this. I like the story. I like the people that are loosely attached to it. So,
what's the story?
This one, okay. There's an X account called Naval or Nave AI, something like that.
Yeah,
it's got like 2.5 million followers.
Wow.
And board Elon Musk, who he's an NFT guy, and he along with a guy from A16Z are training an AI agent off of that account. And so there's a token here that's going to be, it's like anything else. There's going to be an agent. Somebody randomly makes a token. They just get associated. So there's a token ahead of time that's kind of pointing to that. And do they adopt it? Don't know. But, usually a token just kind of cooks because of it. So it's a play on that token that has barely gotten pumped. That I think will be talked about quite a bit once that agent goes live. So I'm like, okay, 5x in here, I would bet, and 10x potential at 8 mil probably, maybe. So I'm gonna gamble on this one, but again, I would love to put like 10 soul into it, something like that. So that's I think the next move I'm gonna make, maybe today. I'm kind of watching, like I don't want to try to time this dip right now, but I definitely want to get back into Doge, which dropped down to 54 mil. And Naval, and then probably get a little bag of Luce too. So those are the three I'm looking at pretty hard right now. You guys want to do a little UFO?
No, let's talk
Alien stuff?
Let's talk about more about stuff that I don't want to talk about.
Oh, well, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I did buy Hammy today.
Oh, let's pull up Hammy.
Yeah,
Joe had a little play.
a little something.
Why didn't you share it, Joe?
He did.
I did. Well, check
Where?
this out. I bought it. It fucking green dildoed hard up.
Wait. Where did you share?
In Idiots. So
Yeah.
Joe shared it, I
Oh.
think, here-ish.
Idiots 1 or 2?
No, the one with everybody in it.
Okay.
Dude, someone bought and sold $6 million worth of it within like 2 minutes.
Gary. What the fuck, Gary? Just saying. It's probably Gary.
Gary V. Or Gary G.
It's like, Joe, go tell your boys.
That would be amazing, by the way. The one thing that this bull is missing is like Gary V being like, "Oh fuck, this coin is fucking
Bro.
crazy."
Where the
Why
fuck
is
he?
Gary not shilling shitcoins?
I don't know. I do not know.
You proudly tell us that he's friends of yours.
Oh yeah,
Let's
you
talk
guys
about this.
Is that something that I've mentioned? I try to keep it
No.
on the low. So
Yeah. Ask Gary.
Mm-hmm.
What are we asking him?
I don't know. Pump our bags or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just why are you not? Why aren't you competing with Frank?
I know.
I would love to see him in the trenches.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So people are talking about this Department of Government Efficiency rune that came out. So watching that for sure. Low market cap, 300K.
What is this?
It's a Doge rune. Department of Government Efficiency rune. I see some idiots talking about it. I saw it in another group that it was mentioned. 81 buys right now.
Why not?
Decent. I did. I got into Peanut Forever this morning.
I got in it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Nice.
I did.
Yeah, I think that's a solid one. I think.
I took it. I bought it on the pump, so I'm probably down.
I'm so not in the mode that you guys are in. It's crazy.
Oh,
I'm still in bear mode. Like I'm desperately holding on to all my fucking crypto. It's crazy.
Fast paced.
I'm just
It's
sorry,
very
dude.
fast.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm gonna look at this Doge deriv.
Dude, something just hit me. This guy is a decent, I guess, crypto caller, and his PFP just struck me. Does that look familiar to you?
Yeah, that was the first. Isn't that the guys who sent you?
Yeah.
An ETH to buy one of their. What were they called though? Doge.
NF Doge. It's one of my favorite projects. I think this is the guy behind that project actually, because his name is familiar now. Like one of my earliest stories. An early 21 NFT collection, a nothing collection, by the way, but I was in the Discord and they made me a mod and they wanted to like fake volume, and I didn't understand back then what was happening. They're like, hey, do you want one? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll send you an ETH. Go get one. I'm like, awesome. And I got one. I'm like, it's so fucking nice of them. And then I realized it's to make it look like there's volume. But I always loved the collection. I always loved the art. And I've always wanted to go back and get that one because it was like my first buy outside of NFT boxes. Because it's a dead collection and anybody who held them is not looking for offers on them, I've never been able to get that back. But I got a message.
I've never heard that story before, Hudah. That's crazy.
You've heard?
I don't think so. That you were a mod in that. Yeah, I didn't hear about that.
I remember that early days.
By the way, shocked that they sent you an ETH.
Yes, dude. That's why I'm like, you guys are so nice. I'm like, this space is special.
I remember that.
So nice.
Man, people are so good. They'll just send you money. Like I could have walked away with it, but yeah, I remember that.
Should have.
I should have, but I didn't know any better. They're awesome as fuck looking. I really do like them. I think the art's super cool, and I'm gonna find the one that I had because it's the one I want. He's got a joint, and it was special to me. This one right here. That was mine. I loved him. He that gives me feels when I look at him. I want
pull
this
up the
so
trading
bad.
history. What'd you sell it for?
I think it was 0.3 or 0.6 or something. Let's see. Here we go. Here is that purchase 4 years ago. So there we go, March 4th. And I sold it for 0.2.
Nice.
Not bad.
I mean, it was a free 0.2, and I felt like I lost, and yeah, whatever. It was. I mean, that's a walk down memory lane.
If you were to go back then, would you have kept the ETH and not bought it?
I just wouldn't have accepted it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, yeah. I was just thought, what nice guys. So I'm gonna DM this guy. That's so fucking cool.
That is cool, man.
If it's the guy I'm thinking of too, is like a dev out in Chicago, maybe for like Google or something like that. That was like the story of like the guys behind it. But
fuck,
I gotta DM him. That's so cool. I mean, if it is that guy, I'm gonna ask if he's got any and if he would send me one.
And what do you think he's behind?
So I heard his name early. So in a Memecoin alpha group today, somebody was talking about a coin, and they're like, they said Spider Crypto has been talking about it. I'm like, who's that? And they're like, just some Memecoin caller, like good Memecoin guy. It was, it's like a play on Luce. It's like a devil version, I think. I'm gonna find it real quick. And that was a token. Yeah, that's. Hang on, I'm gonna find it.
So we do know that this guy manipulates markets to make his projects look good, though,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Because he's been doing it since day one.
Yes.
So know that.
Yes, dude. This is funny because now his name is really coming back to me. That is him. Where the fuck did his account go?
He just heard us talking about him and he fucking deleted everything and
I think I got logged out. Yeah, I got logged out. What the fuck?
I'm not finding that rune, the Department of the Doge rune. I don't see it.
By the way, it's the witching hour. Henry goes bye-bye, everybody.
Yes, I get to go deep into my hole and buy runes.
Why do I hate when I get logged out? It just happens sometimes.
Yo, so with your wallets, can I ask? I was going to ask you guys this. ETH wallet, MetaMask, you can shut your computer, you can walk away, it'll still be on, right? Do all the rest of them? What's that?
Unless you lock it.
Right. What about like Phantom and Xverse and like all those other ones? They immediately log out every time, correct?
pretty quick. I think it's a similar thing. Like if you're out of it, you might have some time where you can get back into it. But
Right.
then
But
like
not
if you
much.
shut your computer down or you go into like lock screen, then yeah, you're having to log back in.
Gotcha.
Well, shit, I can't log back in yet. But whatevs.
That's one reason. That's the laziness of me too. By the way, I'm like, I'm gonna go buy a fucking thing. I'm like, I gotta log back into my
Oh yeah,
Phantom wallet. Fuck that.
pain, right?
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay. Some UFO stuff. I don't think there's anything crazy that came from the hearing today, by the way. Maybe some more like I don't know. More what's the word I'm looking for? It's a lot of stuff we've heard before, it's just being said out loud again.
This looks like a porn or something like that. It's like a really hot girl in like a school
Jeez.
outfit.
Right?
Yeah.
I like the way the government's kind of changing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, this lady was asking, and I want to go back and hear this part. She was asking him because she knows things. So they lead them, right? They lead the people who are testifying. She's like, so by chance, are there craft that alien beings can pilot with their minds? It's like, it's such a bizarre random thing, but it's because that's behind the scenes what people are saying.
It's
no
so
controls
specific.
on the ships and stuff, and so it's like they think
it's so specific that you're like, okay, she knows that.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And so there was that ask at some point here. Or also, are the craft alive? Because there's definitely wording about the craft are kind of like biologic or something. Some of them are, which is super fucking interesting too. They did talk about some people being injured by being around the craft that are on like disability, have been paid. And so somebody said the question, okay, the government won't confirm that there are these programs, but they will confirm that some people are being paid like disability from being injured from crafts that are not of the earth. And the answer's like, yeah.
The one guy who had been talking about this stuff that used to work for the government had that went on Rogan, and you sent me his podcast that was like 45 minutes long. Forgot his name. He said this.
The injuries, right?
Yeah, he said exactly that.
Yeah, that's funny. So somebody's like, okay, so it's like Fight Club, like you know, first rule of Fight Club is you can't talk about Fight Club, but that means it exists.
What's the second rule of Fight Club?
You can't talk about Fight Club.
You don't talk about Fight Club.
Dude, I want to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's been a minute.
Great movie.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
The basement fighting, it looks like where Henry is right now. It's all dark and musty and shit. Yeah.
Would you join a Fight Club?
Would I join a Fight Club? Not now. I have kids. I worry about that type of thing now. If I was younger, probably not. I was afraid to fight. When I started doing jiu-jitsu, like the nightmares that I used to have of like getting into fights, like I would start choking people out in my dreams and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
shit.
like doing combat sports actually really, really helps with a lot of sort of like weird things like that. So I have nothing to prove. And I think the reason for Fight Club was because actually it's kind of appropriate to nowadays, but is to feel something, right? Like they felt nothing, and so fighting was a way to kind of like to feel emotions again. Is that what your take on that was, Hudah?
I don't know.
Right. I mean, well, because Edward Norton was kind of like humdrum, like everything was getting drowned out, like all that sort of stuff. And when he was fighting, he felt like fucking alive again.
Yeah.
I felt like that was the thing. All these guys were like, I feel something again. So I don't need that in my life. I feel enough. I don't feel like that. So I don't think fighting would fulfill something in my mind. If you want to fight, go to a jiu-jitsu gym. You can fight 100% without punches. And you get that vibe, and you can do MMA if you want. So that would be my suggestion.
By the way, the Tyson, whatever the fucking Paul dude is Monday or this weekend?
Friday, I thought.
Friday.
Oh, no shit.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, no way, dude. We should stream it.
Not a sponsor. Yeah.
I definitely want to watch that. Tyson looks great.
Well, he's 58 years old.
Is he going to win?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, it's so annoying that he's fighting all these people. It just seems so bizarre that I don't know what this is anymore. Like, what's he trying to do? I feel bad. I mean, Tyson could win. He's a professional. He was at the top of the top. It's kind of like I did gymnastics in high school. Like if I was to go compete against somebody that was even like I was a champion gymnast, like New York State champ, regional champ, all that sort of stuff. If I was to go back and do any sort of gymnastics competition, I would get my ass handed to me now. Even if I started training more, like there's no way I could compete. So I don't know. It depends.
So this is kind of interesting. And again, there's just a whole bunch of individual points with the hearings today, but there's some documentation that did come out. Some dude disclosed or dropped sources for certain surveillance claims. The document talks about orbs of light, triangle formations, and or surveillance capabilities. All the things that he references are all things you see in the orb video. Specifically, this video revealed, if it's real, that we've got these satellites that are watching the Earth in a different way. And so part of the disclosure stuff is people asking about this thing called Immaculate Constellation, which is a satellite array up in space that just tracks fucking everything to a degree people don't realize. And it felt kind of like confirmation, again, not directly about this video, but it's describing exactly what this video is showing. For again, the satellite stuff, the orbs, the triangle patterns. And then at the hearing, they talked about why they can't disclose the tech, and the answer was something like, because it's what you think. If other people have it and they use it, before us or whatever, it's really bad for us. So, and supposedly it's very easy to use or to maybe build or something.
So is the theory that this is us? These orbs are us?
I know that's like Ashton Forbes' theory is that we reversed engineered it, and that this specifically is us. So I know that's his theory. And then there was this video clip's kind of cool. I'll play it. It's kind of hard to hear too. But yeah, just interesting. I don't think we learned anything new.
Any part of the federal government is knowingly concealing evidence about UAPs from the public.
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I also want to just go down the line. I know many of you have already said this, but just for the record again, just briefly, what do you believe UAPs could be or are?
Strong evidence that they are non-human, higher intelligence.
I echo my colleague's comment, sir. Genuinely do not know.
Don't know, but we must find out. Okay, thank you. Any part of the federal government?
Who are these people?
Whistleblowers
or these whistleblowers, or are these just like they work in the federal government, or these are like podcasters?
I think all of the above.
The first guy lives in a trailer at Yosemite. He's got like the largest satellite dish there. The second guy, if you could scroll to him, Hudah.
That's that Lou Elizondo guy.
Yeah, Lou Elizondo.
Oh, okay, yep.
He hosts a fight club in Colorado. That guy, but he loses every fight. And then the third guy, I don't know, the fucking third guy. The third guy's favorite color is blue, obviously. The last guy,
they got dressed together.
Yeah. They're lovers, okay? They're lovers.
And then let's see. Have we communicated with UFO related non-human life forms? Definitely yes, is the reply in here. Definitely yes.
What are the point of these, just out of curiosity?
It's just trying to make sure that the public is aware that there definitely is something. And the overall point is to say, look, even if we don't know what it is, the public, like people, deserve to know that like we're not alone. We're not just life here on Earth and there's nothing outside of here. People deserve to know that we know for a fact there is life out there and that life visits us. Like people just deserve to know that. Like most of these guys concede like the national security stuff. I get it. Like maybe some of that we can't reveal, but people deserve to know definitively that there is alien life here, or even if it's like extra dimensional
alien. There's like a alien that's like kind of undercover that's in the audience. It's like staring at these guys. Like
cool if it just walked in.
Yeah.
Beep
beep beep beep boop boop boop. Hello.
Yep.
Cool.
That'd
man.
be cool. Just scanning to see if there's anything else. The U.S. is in possession of UAP technology, something I'm reading here. Lockheed Martin is involved a lot, which is cool.
But the part of the crappy thing is like these are, when I say like podcasters, they're people that have already said this stuff. like they say it in a hearing, it doesn't validate it anymore, right? It's just like, yeah, this is their stance no matter what. By the way, I believe it 100%. They are all telling the truth.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want like Lockheed Martin out here denying it, where you can decide, like, are they lying? Not my mailman and the local manager at KFC.
Henry, did you see the last guy that they scanned to at the very end was Terrence Howard?
That would have actually been awesome.
Yeah.
He's got his hoodie on.
Yeah.
He's got a bright white hoodie.
He's got like a bunch of like props and shit like that.
I'm with you as far as it's not enough and it's not fast enough. And I remember like last year there was a comment somebody made. It's like the disclosure is coming, but it's going to be slow because it will freak people out if it's all at once. And so that's like maybe it's very like purposeful why it's like this. And maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. Because, yeah, it just feels like every year we get a hearing and we get like a little bit of extra info. And it's just like, okay, but we kind of heard the same thing. Yeah. You got a little more. But, you know, yeah, maybe it's on purpose because it's freaky. And then if it does get into the whole religious part, you know, like where I know like Tucker Carlson had said in the government, a lot of people believe it is like the stories from the Bible and that aliens are actually like angels, demons, that shit. And it's like if that happens, that change like. I mean, just think how many people, Catholics and Christians and Jews, are that there it kind of shatters or changes their view of their religion and just what that could do.
Do you believe Tucker Carlson was attacked by demons?
Yes.
I don't know.
You do, Joe?
Nothing shocks me.
No, I don't believe that. I mean, no, I don't.
No. For the record, I don't either. But maybe he seems like, I don't want to say a believable guy. Like I would like to think he had some experience that made him go like, holy crap, versus like, I just made it up. Because he doesn't seem like somebody, he may have weird opinions on things to people, but he doesn't seem like
Did you ever see the movie The Gift? Have you ever seen that movie, The Gift, the Giovanni Ribisi?
I don't even know any of those words.
Okay. It's kind of like, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen The Gift, you should watch it. It's a great movie. Who's the elf queen from Lord of the Rings? Blonde haired, really great actress. Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett.
That's Kate Blanchett?
Kate Blanchett is in The Gift. So anyway,
wait. Are we talking the originals? What's her name? Not Gavaldi.
Don't make me answer. I wouldn't know the answer to that.
Like you're talking the elf that's in the woods?
Yeah, and she talks to talks to Frodo in the mine.
Yeah,
Gwendolyn.
Right. So she's in this movie, The Gift, right? Where she's like
Galandia.
Yeah. So she's in this movie, The Gift, right? And so Giovanni Ribisi and her, she's a psychic, and he's kind of being like, if I look at the diamond, will bad things happen, right? And like this is kind of like this theme throughout the movie, right? And it's sort of this kind of like esoteric, kind of like demon-y type of vibe to it. And by the end of the movie, you found out that his dad had a diamond over his belly button or something like that. And so the dad was like, you know, essaying Giovanni Ribisi, and that's why he ends up like, you know, losing his shit or whatever. And that's kind of what I think about Tucker Carlson saying that he was like attacked by demons. Like the demons are probably some weird thing that he's made up in his mind of a bunch of like teenage kids that made fun of him in school or something like that. And he's like relating it to demons or something like that. First of all, demons would have to be real for that to happen. He's saying a whole bunch of crazy shit to justify whatever sort of actions that he's doing. So like,
wait, hang on, because you got to help me out with this. The experience that he had,
yeah,
are you saying was just a made up experience?
Yours, I don't even know what you're talking about with that. But if he said that he was attacked by demons, first of all, there's the fact that I would have to believe in demons. Then I would have to believe demons walked the earth. Then I would have to believe Tucker Carlson, more so than almost everyone else in the world, had not just one demon, but multiple demons bless him with a visit and attack him. Why him? Because he's some sort of like special person. I mean, you see where I'm going with this and why I don't believe it with just the tone of my voice? It seems insane.
Okay, I'm with you. I guess what's difficult is when you have like normal, it's not a great word to describe Tucker Carlson, but like somebody you may not agree with, but somebody who's very articulate,
Sure.
intelligent, even if you don't agree with everything. When you have somebody that says something like that, I always think to myself, like, what happened? Like, what happened? What did they experience that felt so real that they're able to articulate like this thing, knowing like it probably sounds crazy. All things are possible.
So he said somewhere that he was attacked by demons in his youth. Is that what he said?
No. Like, he didn't exactly say when, but I got the vibe that it was like recently.
Okay. And so you believe this?
No, I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Hold on. The mere fact that you said I don't know means that there's a possibility there. Like
Yes.
part of you is like, oh, there's some possibility that he was attacked by demons. Is this
Extract demon from it? Like, he calls it a demon. Maybe it was some other form of life or something spiritual that like I just don't even understand.
Right.
But no, the thing is, it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I would think it didn't happen, but I'm also like when
I would think
when
that
people that are kind of like Joe, if you told me like,
Yeah.
dude, something weird, like I had this thing on me,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. I wasn't drunk, I wasn't high. I'd
Yeah.
be like, well, no, Joe, he's not like, we may not agree on everything, but he's not somebody who just makes stories up. So I don't know what he experienced, but maybe it was that.
Yes, I hear you, brother. No one wants demons to be around more than I do. No one wants that more than me. I desperately want ghosts, demons, and you want to know why more so I want demons to be alive or part of our world is because that means there's good spirits out there. That also means that the people that have died in our lives that we love are probably out there living some sort of thing, which also would probably protect us in such weird things. So that's why I would think I want demons. I've explored and I've been around people that have said that they've seen ghosts, been around ghosts, all these sorts of things. And every time I've tried to prove that they were right, it's been a lost cause. So I don't know, dude. I
would be an awesome paranormal investigator.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think we should do like a Ouija board or something like live, and we should try to like summon spirits.
Isn't it funny? I'm like, we were billeting hockey players years and years ago, and they had one out, and I was probably trauma from us being kids. I was kind of like,
Freak
I
out.
don't think I'm allowed to touch that.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm allowed to use that.
and my kids got one once, and they freaked me out too. But
did they use it?
Hudah,
Yeah.
do you didn't weigh in on that? I'm just kind of curious.
what was it? If they're real or whatever?
Well, Henry said, I don't know if that's like, what's your take on Tucker Carlson said that he was attacked by demons? Do you believe it? Go. What do you say to
Wouldn't
this?
shock me if something happened, but it's like the terms. I just don't buy into the terms of it was a demon. It was like
Right.
something happened, and it might have just been him having a weird dream and like clawing at himself.
Right.
Oh, that's right. He got clawed. Yeah.
And some people say that like, oh, the devil will tempt you in times of weakness. And that devil could be a guy that works in an ice cream store when you're struggling with your weight, offering you a free taste or something like that. I think if that's what he's talking about, then maybe that's what he's talking about. But like physical demons,
He did say he got scratched.
Yeah, but nothing shocks me because maybe the Bible stories are these dimensional creatures that we might think are aliens, or we might think are like, I do think there's something else there, and maybe it can interact with us. And so I have no clue, but I just am open to everything, and I hope it's all real and awesome. And
I would
so
love
cool.
that, guys. I've actually actively searched out. Part of me, the weird thing is I don't want to do that now because I have kids, and I'm afraid that like if I did date or something like that, like I wouldn't want. I could deal with it. I don't want anyone else in my
I could not think of a better episode for us to do than for us to go somewhere that's like 100% haunted, like one of those places that like, you know, shit flies across the room, and do our podcast live from there, and then we all have to like sleep in separate bedrooms.
I would scare the demon or ghost or whatever. I would try to fuck it. I would. I would. That's always been my goal. If I see one, I try to.
They say there's only one way to get rid of a demon.
Fuck it.
Is that real?
Yeah.
No, it's not. I mean, Henry, what the fuck are you talking about? Is it real? Yeah.
Is that a real thing that people say? I mean,
You got to try to seduce it.
Do you believe that demons are walking the earth? Like, what's happening with you? Like,
I don't know.
We grew up thinking that shit.
Yeah.
You guys did?
Oh yeah.
Mike Bennett, take heroic shroom doses. It's all real. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I saw a demon when I took some shrooms one time at the zoo, which was really cool. Like it was a tree. I knew it was a tree, but you can kind of just see the picture of it. It was wild.
Yeah, good story,
Damn.
Joe.
Well,
No,
well, you believe things are real if someone says it in an intelligent way.
if
So.
Terrence Howard says that there are demons, I'm pretty sure the way he would explain it would be like spot on.
No, here's Henry. If someone said Henry, hey Henry, you know demons are real, dude. Henry would be like, no, that's not real. But if someone was like, Henry, I want to speak to you about paranormal activity and how they walk the earth. You might not understand it fully, but I need you to grasp the neutrons that are part of this. And it's true. I mean, it's part of science. We've all looked into it. We all know it. We just need to know that demons do walk the earth, Henry. And I'm glad that we've had this conversation. And then Henry would lead that conversation and be like, that was an intelligent conversation. And I now believe that demons are part of it. Like anything that's intelligent, he will believe. I don't get it.
Can you imagine if Joe actually had an experience and then had to come back after this line of thinking and be like, guys, I don't know what to I don't know what to tell you, but like, by the way, I hope it never happens to you or any of us. And maybe I kind of do, but
I've had Ouija board experiences in which I can't explain what happened.
Ooh, like what?
Okay, I was quick one. We were in college, Ouija boarding. All of us were asking the Ouija board questions. That the question was, ask it something that no one else in the room knows. Okay, so one person asked it, like, what was my dog's name? None of us knew this guy. He said that it got it right. Another person was like, what was my mother's maiden name? We didn't. No one knew. It said it was right. At some point during this roundabout, I looked under my bunk bed and I had two shoes. One was a white sneaker, and then one was like a Timberland shoe. Right. So it comes back. It comes to me, and I say, okay, what did I look at while we were going around the circle? And what I looked at was my sneaker, right? And so it was a white sneaker. And it said shoe, and I was like, well, it's sort of right. And I was like, well, what color was it? And it said brown. And I was
like, it's sort of right. You're like, you're warm, not hot. I was just looking.
It's like if someone calls it like it's called like a drink. If someone says, "Oh, it's a drink," it's a shoe or a sneaker, right? I looked at the sneaker, so I turned around to see because I was like, "It's not a brown shoe." So my white sneaker was here, and my brown Timberland boot was like right here or something like that. So I did turn around and see something. I looked at my shoe, but it guessed the brown shoe was right there. So on some level, it was correct, right? I did look at the sneaker, but the brown shoe was right there in my eyesight.
Wait. What is the difference between a shoe and a sneaker?
A shoe, okay, a sneaker is like athletic wear that you would wear playing basketball, you would wear jogging. Yeah. A shoe is something that I would stick up your ass because you fucking don't know what the fuck anything is anymore.
This is straight up retardio, bro. Let me just get this straight. I just want to make sure I completely understand this.
Before you say it, time out. Before you say this, I think I know where you're going with this. I have no idea why you think I'm crazy to say that the differences, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. The guy who was using a Ouija board and said, like, the thing got a bunch of answers right with other people. Yeah. But when it came to you, you asked it, what thing were you looking at? And there was a brown shoe and a white sneaker.
Yes.
And that the answer that it came to was shoe.
Yes.
Which to 99% of the world, they would say a shoe and a sneaker are interchangeable. Is the guy that's like Tucker Carlson had an experience? You actually believe that happened? You like you experienced something in the paranormal that seemed to be fairly accurate between three different people, and you couldn't see how demons could be real?
Okay, I can't even believe you. I can't even believe you most of the time.
I can't believe you.
And who is going to believe you more than me? Two things. Okay, two things. The people, I did not know if they were telling the truth. So the people that got the answers right from the Ouija board, I didn't know if it was right or wrong. They could be crazy for all I know. They could be lying. Every time you play Ouija board, there's always someone moving it. You know what I mean? Like there's that going on. So the only person I believed was me, right? And I'm with you. When someone says sneaker, a shoe can kind of be interchangeable. So in my mind, I said, well, I didn't want, it was a sneaker. I call it a sneaker. I'm going to get a furthering of the information to see exactly if it's right or not. And then it said brown. And I was like, well, that's not what I looked at. So when I turned around and looked at it again, right behind my sneaker was the brown shoe. So I'm with you. I agreed that it was, but I wanted to be like, does this ghost know the difference between sneaker and shoe? You know, like I was kind of going that direction. And so, but I don't think it's ridiculous that I'm like if it said shoe and I was like, it got it right. You know what I mean? I think it's even more interesting that I wanted more information and it got it wrong. But when I turned around, it actually was seeing something that I did see. It wasn't what I was looking at. It was what I was looking. It was behind what I was looking at.
It's even freakier.
Even freakier. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's almost more interesting because of that.
Wow. That actually sounds scary as hell. But really, really, really cool. And can totally understand how after that experience you would believe that none of this stuff is real.
Well, I mean, come on, dude. Like you want me to take that to the bank? I mean, like, I don't know, dude. I mean,
I guess somebody could have guessed it and had been.
Here's the thing, Henry. If a demon was wearing the sneaker and the shoe under my bed, I would have believed it then. Okay.
Fair. All right, boys. It's 71 minutes in. I think it's time. Let these people get on with their day.
Yeah. Let them go.
Let them go.
Those stories were so stupid, by the way.
I liked it. I liked Joe's story, actually. Yeah. Not going to lie. Story of the day.
Yeah. Hudah, why don't you share something about you one day? And so that then we can say how stupid your thing is instead of just letting us share our life stories and then shitting all over them.
Stupid stories.
Fucking asshole.
Yep. Have a great night, guys.
You too, guys.
Really, really have a great fucking night.
I got to fly. I got an estimate I got to do. I got people in my
I got to go.
No one cares, guys.
Yeah. No, I got to go. Get in the trenches, boys. Make some money. See you tomorrow. Peace.
See you guys.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders on anthem we sing. Zero holders on anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea.
I gotta go, guys.
You see that demon, dude? You see that demon?
Crazy. They heard everything that it said.
It's just
Henry believes it.
I mean, it could be.
It could be, man. It could be.
I've not had an experience like that.
Yeah, you live amongst the darkness, so if anyone would have that experience, it would be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not had anything cool like that ever happen. Paranormal. I mean, I saw UFOs, but not like not like what you're describing, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Most of the time, the story is about people seeing ghosts. You want to know I think I've mentioned this before on the show. 90% of people that see ghosts, it's right like at nighttime or something like that because it's actually part of their dream state. Like when they wake up or when they go to bed, like it's part of that dream state. They think that they see a ghost, but that was it.
Joe, ghosts only come out at night.
Yeah, of course.
I always like the stories where people would like wake up and there's a demon on their chest.
Yeah.
Those are always cool, but it's like a sleep condition.
I would be terrified. I would be terrified if and by the way, like when we were young, I watched The Exorcist with my dad. I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Up until I was an adult, as an adult I bet it's within the last like 4 years that I'm not afraid of like walking downstairs at night and like seeing the little Reagan in the living room with her head spinning or like walking like a crab. It scarred me. So I can imagine when you're pumped full of this stuff as a kid, demons, angels, whatever. Then you're alone and you're like, I can see how the mind can play crazy tricks on you. You can almost feel something that's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know what? I took the compliment that Joe would be a really good paranormal investigator to heart, because I do think I do think I would be, because I do think that I, more than most people, are.
Joe is totally messing with you. You'd be a terrible paranormal. like if you would probably be the worst paranormal investigator out of anybody I've ever met in my life.
I might be more embarrassed at this moment than I've ever been on the show before, because I thought
you were going to be
happy. Like, I was actually happy that you guys said that. No, that you guys were fucking with me. Even it hurts so much now.
That'd be like, you'd be like, Henry, you are like, as far as basketball players go, I don't think there's anybody who has as much potential as you do. No, but in all honesty, I think you actually would be really good at it. I think you'd, because I used to watch, like, was it Zach, not Baggins, Zach, what was his name? The guy who he had a few paranormal shows on, like, the History Channel. Zach, he bought, like, the Spirit Box. He's bought, like, all these, like,
he bought a house. I think he bought a house around here. I think it's in, like, the Illinois area, in which there was, like, some sort of, like, crazy, like, real crazy sort of, like, stories about how the cops got like ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, crazy
Didn't
shit.
he buy the house that they used? Not the movie wasn't called Possessed. Conjuring. Didn't he buy the Conjuring house?
I don't know, but I gotta pee real bad. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys.
I gotta go.
Mañana.
I gotta go.
Luego.
I gotta go, guys.
Dude, he is maybe one of the dumbest people I've ever met.
He's a special boy.
I'm just kidding. All right, love you, dude.
Love you,
Chat
man.
with you later. Bye.
Bye.